Jim Davidson's controversial BBC exit, examining political connections. In recent days, comedian Jim Davidson has found himself at the center of a media storm following his departure from the BBC. This incident has ignited discussions about political influence in the media, particularly regarding the relationship between entertainment figures and political elites. Davidson's outspoken criticism of political leaders has led to speculation surrounding the motivations behind his exit, raising questions about freedom of speech and the role of media in politics. Jim Davidson, known for his unapologetic comedy and candid views, has often made headlines for his controversial remarks. His recent comments targeting political elites have sparked significant backlash, leading to his exit from the BBC. While Davidson has historically been a polarizing figure, this latest incident has prompted a broader conversation about the implications of his statements and the media's response. The BBC, a publicly funded broadcaster, has a responsibility to maintain a neutral stance and avoid endorsing specific political views. In light of Davidson's comments, the network faced pressure from various stakeholders, including viewers and political figures, to address the situation. This raises the question, to what extent should media organizations engage with the political sentiments of their talent? As discussions unfolded, some critics began to link Davidson's departure to political figures, including Labour leader Keir Starmer. While these connections are largely speculative, they highlight the intricate relationship between media personalities and political dynamics. Starmer, who has aimed to present a more moderate image for the Labour Party, might be perceived as having an interest in distancing the party from figures like Davidson, whose remarks could be seen as divisive. However, it is important to approach these connections with caution. Speculating about political motivations behind media decisions can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations. The BBC's decision-making process is influenced by a variety of factors, including audience reception and regulatory standards. The narrative that political elites are directly manipulating media outcomes can detract from the complexities involved in such situations. One of the core issues raised by Davidson's exit is the question of freedom of speech. In a democratic society, individuals should have the right to express their opinions, even if they are controversial. Davidson has defended his right to speak out against what he perceives as injustices in the political landscape. His supporters argue that his departure is indicative of a broader trend where dissenting voices are silenced for the sake of political correctness. On the other hand, critics contend that media platforms like the BBC have a duty to uphold standards of decency and respect. They argue that certain comments can perpetuate harmful stereotypes or promote divisiveness, which ultimately undermines the public discourse. This dichotomy illustrates the challenge of balancing free expression with the responsibility of media organizations to foster a respectful and inclusive environment. The public's reaction to Davidson's comments and subsequent exit has been mixed. Some fans applaud his bravery in speaking out against political elites, while others express concern about the tone and content of his remarks. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds for these discussions, with users voicing their opinions and debating the implications of his departure. Media organizations, including the BBC, must navigate these complexities carefully. They are accountable not only to their audience but also to the broader societal values that guide public discourse. Ensuring that diverse perspectives are represented while maintaining a commitment to respect and integrity is no small feat. As the dust settles on Davidson's controversial exit from the BBC, it serves as a reminder of the intricate interplay between media, politics, and public sentiment. This incident encourages us to reflect on the values we uphold in our discussions about freedom of speech and the role of public figures in shaping political narratives. In a time when political discourse can often feel divisive, fostering constructive conversations is crucial. We invite you to share your thoughts on this unfolding story. How do you feel about the balance between freedom of speech and media responsibility? If you found this discussion engaging, consider subscribing to stay informed on the latest political news and analysis. Your voice matters, and together, we can cultivate a community that values respectful dialogue and thoughtful engagement.